Well, this week we're here at Silverdale, little nature reserve right next to the railway that you can just see the lines running along there. It's the famous Fatal Four, I think, today. That's all there are of us playing out. And we're going around Silverdale, across to Leighton Moss, towards Leighton Hall, and then back to the car. I think we'll do a little recce. Who's doing the recce? Is it Eddie or Eddie's leader, aren't you? Sorry, so let's see where we're going with Eddie. Eddie even couldn't even find a car park, so we're going to struggle here today. Anyway,
I was looking at the wrong car park. It's Bernard's car park down the rough road just before the level crossing. Requires some repairs, and then we're leaving there, walking across the Quaker Strand to the other side of the estuary, and then we're walking up into Silverdale, as it were, over some open ground, and then we're heading back round to the Row, and then we're walking across the golf course, picking up balls, and then up the road a short while, then back past RSPB, and then across the causeway up to Leighton Hall, and then up the steep hill at Leighton Hall on the pasture there to the top, where again we walk down the road a little while, and then we cross over again on the other side of the road and walk down, and then back to the road again. We may end up cutting that short, who knows, and then back across the fields, back down to Moss Farm, and then back to the car park.
Lovely. And as all B party walks are, they're all 6 miles.
According to Bernard, it's 6.48 miles, but we'll see.
We'll see. I've left the little car park just behind those trees there. Come across the bridge over a dyke. And there's the railway bridge behind us. And we're going along the causeway now, out towards the bay. You can see over there power station. And coming along, you can see the new Broadway and the Princess Crescent flats. And then we're coming up to Boatness on. So we're going this way along the causeway, and I think we head over towards those woods. It's a bit blowy, breezy. It's a real autumn day today. I think we'll do well to avoid any wind and rain. Well, we can't avoid the wind. I think we'll do well to avoid the rain today. So we're walking at the moment on something called Quaker's Strand. Trying to work out what it was exactly, but it's obviously a footpath and a sea defence as well, because you've got the good old bay right the way around here. If you just look down here, you can see the tide line with this lighter coloured debris along here. This is where the tide's been coming up to over the last few days, because it's been quite a high tide. So it was, we believe, possibly because it's called Quaker Strand, that it was a walk for the Quakers from Silverdale to the meeting house at Yelland. And they've obviously built it in such a way that it became a sea defence as well. So we're off the causeway now. This is our way. We've got a choice. That way goes back to Jenny Brown's Point over there, which we're not going along. We're starting off with a little bit of mud. That goes round the coast and round the bottom of the outcrop that we've been walking alongside, but we're going up the hill, so let's see how we go up here. And the other nice thing about these sort of walks at this time of year is this lovely carpet. It's like a massive colour chart from some paint manufacturer. Beautiful. And actually some green here. Fallen tree. It's just come down recently, I think. It's glorious along here. And we're heading towards the village of Silverdale now. Towards the green, Silverdale Green. Well, thanks to the National Trust and its poor signage, we've had to backtrack. We've got to a no access sign, and then it talked about a public footpath through the middle of the no access area. So we went down to it, and then it just says no access, no public footpath. So we've had to double back, find our way back up to this little slope here, I think, and then off to the left as we're looking. I think that's probably the way that we should have gone, but we did follow the path that wasn't. So we've come up here now, we're heading up to the road at Silverdale, and this is 11s. Yeah, no, it's alright. This is 11s on the side of the track here, and there's the road into Silverdale, just the other side of the gateway there. We'll be heading off that way soon, no doubt. So we're coming out on the road at the east of Silverdale, heading north now, and then we're going to take a footpath off here down towards the bird centre at Leighton Moss, and then on to Leighton Hall Farm, and that way. It's the rain's keeping off. I don't know whether I've just tempted it to come back now that I've said that, but it's still windy and chilly, and underfloor is challenging because there's wet leaves on wet limestone on mud, or wet leaves on mud on limestone, so it's a bit of a skating rink sometimes, but we're progressing. Oh, we've come out of the gate there, and we should be crossing this little pontoon here, but unfortunately there's a lake here now that isn't on the map and wasn't here last time. We need to be crossing now over to there, to that National Trust signpost there, but it's rather deep, so we're having to improvise, I think is the word. Well, we found a path on the other side of this lake, but this is it. So it's wet boots day today, very much so. But we've managed to get back onto the path, which is an achievement. I thought we might have been doing a complete about turn. Oh no, we can't get any further. So, is that it, Eddie, as far as we can get?
Yeah. Unless you want. Never mind.
We're walking now along the road out of Silverdale towards the RSPB. There is the row. That is one of the roads that we could have come down if we'd have swum across the impromptu lake, which we chose not to do. Silverdale Golf Club here, up on the left. Come on to focus. There you go. That's Silverdale Golf Club. Won't be many playing there today, I don't think. And then we're heading down towards this white building down the bottom there. which is the RSPB Visitor Centre. So for the railway buffs amongst you, this is Silverdale railway station on the Lancaster to Barrow line. One train an hour, maybe, something like that. Silverdale onside, out that way, Grange over Sands. Nice little route out actually. And then this is the other way, going back towards Lancaster down there. There is a level crossing part way along that, which is close to where we park the cars. Well, lunchtime at one of the hides at Leighton Moss. And this is what the Twitch has come to look at. A goose and a swan out there. There's a cormorant there, I think. And then there's another swan with some other birds. You can tell I'm not a Twitcher. Other birds that are there. And this is RSPB.
Get water like this in the barge.
I just come up the little road there by the side of that van. Come out at the gate and the signpost there. This is Leighton Hall. We'll get a better shot of that in a minute. Jeff's just been for some little pictures there. We've been here before, recorded this before. Yeah, we could walk up the road, but apparently you're not allowed and you might get told off. So we're heading up this path that you can see up the side of the hill, and then I think we might be at the point of return. And here we are looking across the Grange over the bay. Two big puddles there are Leighton Moss and Bird Secretary. White van down at the bottom is the one that we walked past. Leighton Hall, coming round the bay, and we've just come up this incline here in stages. And then we're heading back. I think we're cutting it a little bit short and heading back to the cars. So here we are, welcome to Leighton Hall. There's the drive-in. The wind's coming in, the rain's coming in, I'm guessing the tide's coming in, so I might just be in for a bit of nasty weather coming up. We're heading back now, back towards the cars. We've just come off the road now onto the little forestry track you can see us walking on here. This is a footpath heading to Crag Foot, which we're guessing is the bottom of Warton Crag, and close to where we parked. So we're skirting Warton Crag now, I'm guessing. Oh, we will be soon. And then back across the marsh towards the cars. 2 o'clock. Bob's run out of brew. He's had to drink milk. And this is where we're heading. We're heading back down there, and in between the trees there. I get going on it. And just see Jenny Brown's Point at Silverdale. That's it there, going down into the sea, and we're parked underneath the trees on the way to that. We're not far away now from finishing today's walk. Very November-y weather. See from the cloud and the sky, it's very autumnal. A lot of wind, but it's fairly mild actually. Well, these are the wetlands of Leighton Moss that we're looking at now. I'm thinking those over there are going to be near where the hide was that we had lunch at. And then they just come all the way around here. Very popular area for bird watchers and birds. Migrating birds come along here frequently. So yeah, Lovely area. A bit wild today though, wild and windy. And whilst we're walking back, we've got a few messages for our leader who abandoned us today. Couple of things. Bob Bond says it's not all that long a walk because he can't walk more than 5 miles. Your phrase of it's a bee party walk, they're all bee party walks of 6 miles, seems to have gone slightly wrong today, because we're up to one fat lady number, and we're not back at the cars yet, Bernard. So we think you've jibbed today. We think you knew how far this was and have cooked up a fictitious excuse for not joining us. So I think the consensus is that we need to see some form of proof next week that you were incapacitated, or else we're going to make you walk this walk all on your own. Thank you. And finally, here we are. We're approaching the boot wash on the cars. On our way back now, almost right to the car park. Rather damp along here with big potholes. Thank you. And we drove through it, but it had to be carefully negotiated. That's us for this week at Silverdale and Leighton Moss. Where they are next week, I know not. I won't be here. I'm in climes warmer than this, with a bit of sunshine, hopefully. But hopefully I'll speak to you all the week after. Bye now.